So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigo, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
Costa Curta is there to clear. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Referee has just said play on. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Xabi Alonso.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Rooney. Park Ji-sung. And it's been played through. And he welcomes it in. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that has been cleared. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. A probing pass. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Batistuta. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Rooney. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Knocks it into space. Lille claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. It's their second corner of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It'll be a throw-in. Bullet is the team's great visionary. Now it's Van Basten. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rooney is herring after that one. And it's Van Basten. And this is Batistuta. And there's the shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. No goals as yet. Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a pretty loose pass. Can he latch on to this? That'll be a throw-in. That's a sharp pass. Looking to play him in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Park Ji-sung! And that was very necessary.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Beckenbauer. Out towards the flank. Back towards the middle. That's a super give and go. Xabi Alonso. And he's intervened well there. Rooney. Now Mbappe. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Stood up well to him there. That has been cut short. Rijkaard. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Rooney. And this is Hullet. Park Ji-sung gets into some space. Rooney! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 3 coming up. Danger averted for now. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. That's going to go a long way. Threads one in, well read, and the danger is averted. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Vieira. It's Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung on a strong run down the right. And he was alert to it. And that'll be the final action of the first half. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Lille have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Vieira. Rummenigge. Mbappe. He's found the way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe going about things with real menace. He's shifting through the gears here.
Lille couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And this is Hullet.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Vieira. Adams gets it away. Spread out to the left. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. Xavi Alonso. And that has been clubbed away. So we've reached the hour mark. Hullet. Driving through the middle. Adams getting this one clear. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. No, that's been intercepted. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. They've got to be quick to recover this. And he's quick to get it clear again. And it's Vieira. Xavi Alonso did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And he's managed to get free. Played in deep. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands. Lille do have a chance to counter here. That's a shade optimistic. Araujo. Park Ji-sung. Rooney might just make this. And here's Van Basten.
Paris Saint-Germain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That looks a good cross. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Attention, changement.
Paris Saint-Germain can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
And he plays one through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. There's the shot! And yes, it's there! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have our breakthrough.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep...
He's got full! Goal! They have stolen level at the last! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
He's having a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out? That is Stuta! And that is doing no harm at all. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pull it. And here's Rooney. This looks promising. Now there's a fine ball. And that's that. Lille illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Lille, FC Barcelone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional... Tries a shot! Goal! Nil! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Figo has it in a wide position. He's got full! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Ibrahimovic. And the counter is on. Nicely weighted ball. And he's worked it through. He's picked... There's the shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Defending of the desperate variety. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now he's got space here. Big chance! Oh, taken with style. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Van der Sar claims comfortably. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Pullet is always scanning the pitch for targets. Pullet, chance here to counter. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, it's Van Basten. He can run onto that. Now, this could be a chance. Oh, that's fabulous. Distributed tidily. Rummenigge. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Yaya Toure gets the foot in and wins the ball. Oh, it's come loose. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Thuram. Rijkaard. Figo. And it's Figo. Thuram. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good switch, that.
To Maldini. And it's Maldini. Rijkaard. That's a good ball out wide. That's Thuram. That's a cute ball.
Decent attempt, that. Just a little mistimed.
Rummenigge. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. It's just beyond his reach. Rummenigge. He's onside. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And no, that was never going to make it. Hullet. It's a really well-measured ball. Yaya Toure. Out towards the flank. Rummenigge.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
1 minute.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, important interception. This possibly the last play of the half. Roberto. And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And that's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Je vous demanderai de bien vouloir déposer vos détritus dans les poubelles à votre disposition. Merci beaucoup.
So we're into the second 45. And it's Rooney. And here's Van Basten. Park Ji-sung making good progress on the right-hand side. Park Ji-sung. And he's made sure that's not getting through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Hullet. And he's... Hullet! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Thuram. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. Chance! Oh, here we go. There it is!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Hullet, and he's worked it through. Now can he... And a chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's Thuram. Hit into the middle. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Lille are looking to go forward now. Figo. He is through here. Now the ball in.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Rooney conjures time and space where few can.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Hullet. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear.
Shot a goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Changement en cours.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And he's there to clear it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Bale. Romario. Passes short and sharp. Vieira.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Knocks it out wide. Beckham. And here's Beckham. Oh, that's neat. That's really well manoeuvred. Pinches it off him. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rummenigge. And it's Hullet. That has been cut short. Into the last quarter of an hour. Hullet. Rummenigge. Looking to play him in.
Lille really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Toure does really well there. He is strong. Vieira. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. And he's onside. Corner given.
Changement.
They're up to 5 corners now. And he can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Rooney. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Bale has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Rummenigge! Now, who's going to be first to this? And this is Van Basten. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Lille with this to equalise. Oh, what a save from Van der Sar!
Lille really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And here's Mbappe, and this is Rooney. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Thuram, a picture of focus and alertness.
If they're good enough to keep the ball at this stage, it should see them through.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the number on the board is 3. Thuram. And it's Beckham. Pelé. And that is as far as it goes. Lille did lead, indeed they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. What are you making of this formation, Jim Beglin?
It's a setup that's been enjoying quite a renaissance in recent times, and one that complements the counter-attack very nicely, with two strikers, two wing-backs and potentially two runners from central midfield. You can understand its attraction because it really can get the numbers into the opposition's box, and equally it can get the numbers back into your own.
It's a promising position, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. Portugal are looking to break at pace. Oh, that's well done, really robust. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Takes a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Nesta makes the interception. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Van Basten. And it's made its way to him. It's a pretty loose pass. Bergomi is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Just eases him off the ball. Lille so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, cracking ball. Tries a shot! Goal! Portugal!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration would be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Thuram calmly anticipates. Vinicius Junior is the team's great visionary. Now it's Pelé. It's run loose here. Out for a throw. And it's Bergomi. Now it's Vinicius Junior. So much time and space here. Park Ji-sung did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he was quick to react. Beckham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rooney can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Van Basten. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rijkaard. And it's Rooney. Back into the middle. Oh, what a ball! He's having a shot! It's a goal! Lille are all square. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He is through here. He can get that clear. Rooney. And he's heaved it away. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Pelé. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. And the flag has stayed down. Chance for a shot! Bullet. Rooney. And it's Van Basten. Rummenigge. That has been slung wide. That is good strength. Rummenigge. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Lille will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we are back underway. Rooney cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Mbappe, he's got away. Real chance! Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo, given the lift of his goal. Now this could be a chance. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Park Ji-sung.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Lille finding their passes. Portugal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Stood up well to him there. And it's Nesta. Almost an hour gone. Lovely, now then. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Mbappe! Oh, what has happened here? Chance, surely! Goal! Nil! And the comeback is complete! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 11.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Número 18.
Lille take the lead.
Messi.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Decent chance! They've scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the...
He's had a shot! And it's come back out to him. Mbappe finds himself offside. Mbappe. Bergomi. Roberto Baggio. Kaka, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Kaka gets flagged offside. And this is Roberto Baggio.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rummenigge. Van Basten! Goal! Nil! And they've got their lead back. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Kaka is onto this. Oh, sweet feet. Roberto Baggio! He scores! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
All hands on deck for this one.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Gullit does really well to win the ball there. And it's Kaka. Tries a measured ball. And the shot! Yes! He's done it! Late in the day! This could well be it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And he welcomes it in, and again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Bergobi. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Eto'o. That's that, the end. Lille played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
It's a promising position. In towards the back stick. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Gullit. Gullit. And here's Van Basten. Goes for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Robertson. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rooney. Park Ji-sung. Decent chance! Goal! Nil! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So we have our breakthrough. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Olise plays the return pass, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Chance, surely! That was superb goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. The ball has bounced loose now. Rummenigge! No mistake! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now, can they get him away? And it's Rooney. He's picked his way through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Half an hour played now. Robertson. Robertson goes on a charge down the left. Played in by terrific header. Hits it again, but still no joy.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Robertson. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Robertson. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Robertson. Bale. That's an imaginative pass. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Olise. That's been intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Rooney has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Pau Kubasi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. The pass has gone astray. Rooney. Looking for the run. Pele. And it's Bale. And Robertson. And it's Bale. Pele. Robertson receives it in a wide position. Rummenigge.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Lille in control at half-time, 2-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. Pelé, and the flag has stayed down. Cross flung in towards the middle.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Mbappe, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Now it's Rooney. Now it's Van Basten. Nicely aimed pass. Bale. Rijkaard. Now it's Pelé. Tries to play it through. That's good play. And it's Bale. Bale's cross. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Mbappe gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rooney.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Now he's got space here. Pelé in acres of space out wide. Pull it. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Fabinho.
Attention, changement.
Pullet is always looking to break lines. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Araujo calmly anticipates. Mbappe. Rummenigge has found the net here, of course. And this is Park Ji-sung. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Kubasi. Asensio. Ambitious ball here. He's in plenty of space here. expertly cut out, really nicely done. Rijkaard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rummenigge. Foot in. Van de Ven. And it's Fabinho. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Mbappe. Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso. Oh, what a crossbar comes to the rescue. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And the counter is on. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Rooney. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's shifting. And a chance! And the shot! Contact was certainly crisp. Didn't quite come off.
Well, he's the type that always fancies himself, Peter, in these situations, and with very good reason.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get it through? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Lille do have a chance to counter here. Fabinho. Now it's Mbappe. Cristiano Ronaldo. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Mbappe. And that's that. Lille are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Ferdinand, a key player here, and not just for tactical reasons. This is his 400th appearance for the club.
Yeah, his achievements are incredible. He made a commitment to this team, and he has honoured it by giving his all, week in and week out. A proper stalwart.
Messi. He's in plenty of space here. And here's Beckham. Messi. Rummenigge was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
That's good defending, very good defending. Shot, surely! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's gone backward here. Decent chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Van Basten. Rummenigge! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lille have their second corner now. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lille are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
There's the crossfield ball. Now it's Beckham. Messi. Schmeichel gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. It's Park Ji-sung. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. It's a really well-measured ball. Ball driven towards the far post. Beckham, the regular corner taker. Lille are looking to go forward now. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rooney. Good purposeful running this. It's Van Basten! Oh, another save.
Van Basten, really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Now it's Beckham. Tomiyasu, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Right, Van Basten. Chance for a shot! Goal! Lille! And it's Lille who take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Park Ji-sung providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, shooting chance! And again! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Big chance! Goal! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, not quite. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Can he finish? Off the post. Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Gullit. Van Basten. Great vision. And he welcomes it in.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Rooney. Lille finding their passes. Gabriel. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Lille head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Ibrahimovic. Now Pirlo. And it's Pirlo. And it's Bale. And it's Vieira. Crossed in early. Mbappe, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Aims beyond the defence. He is through here. Can he finish? No mistake. 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Lille take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Now it's Van Basten. And this is Park Ji-sung. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boot. And that's it. That's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.